Shalom, Israel. I want to say double honors to the elders of GMS. I want to say Rakathal Yahweh, Yahweh Shai, and peace and blessings, man, to the elect out there, man. Just wanted to bring out some things this morning, real quick, and really, actually, it kind of stems off of the Lord's Prayer. Because you know how it's said so often and it's recited in the churches. But nobody really takes a good, solid listen to what exactly they're doing or saying. So I'll start with the beginning and kind of back up a few, going back to Matthew here. This is Matthew 6 and 4. It says, that thine alms may be in secret, and thy Father which seeth in secret himself shall reward thee openly. And when thou prayest, thou shalt not be as the hypocrites are, for they love to pray standing in the synagogues and in the corners of the streets, that they may be seen of men. Verily I say unto you, they have their reward. So that might, beg to the whole preach or praying in front of people and whatnot. But thou, when thou prayest, enter into thy closet, and when thou hast shut thy door, pray to the Father which is in secret, and thy Father which seeth in secret shall reward thee openly. But when ye pray, use not vain repetitions as the heathen do, for they think that they shall be heard for their much speaking. But not ye therefore like unto them. Be not ye therefore like unto them, for your Father knoweth what things ye have need of before ye ask him. So already it's talking about Father. That's already off the bat ownership. Let's see. So again, be ye not therefore like unto them, for your Father knoweth what things ye have need of before ye ask him. After this manner, therefore pray ye, our Father, which should, and there should be in there, our Father Yahweh, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. So set apart is your name, holy is your name, right and true is your name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, in earth as it is in heaven. So thy kingdom, so the Most High's kingdom, may that come on earth as it is in heaven. And that's just, and again, you're saying our Father, so it's ownership. So let me go ahead and go to Deuteronomy. Deuteronomy 7 and 6. For thou art an holy people. Again, there we go, that hallowed. So, for thou art an holy people unto Yahweh the Most High. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself above all people that are upon the face of the earth. I'll read that again. For thou art a holy people unto the Lord thy power. The Lord thy power hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself above all that are up on the face of the earth. The Lord did not set his love upon you, nor chose you because ye were more in number than any people, for ye were the fewest of all people, but because the Lord loved you, and because he would keep the oath which he had sworn unto your fathers, hath the Lord brought you out with a mighty hand, and redeemed you out of the house of bondmen from the hand of Pharaoh, king of Egypt. Know, therefore, that the Lord thy power, he is the Most High, the faithful power, which keepeth covenant and mercy with them that love him and keep his commandments to 1,000 generations, and repayeth them that hate him to their face to destroy them. He will not be slack to him that hateth him. He will repay him to his face. So again, that right there is it's setting up a scenario to where there are two different people, two different groups of people clearly classified. It's very, very abundantly clear. And he chose us to be a people. And when you're a people, that means you are a nation. That doesn't mean somebody can claim being your nation without being part of your family. So this is always having to do with a family thing. It has nothing to do with a color thing. Has nothing to do with a race thing. This is strictly a family's book, and it don't include no one else outside of this family. This family is big enough for 12 tribes. So, leave well enough alone and stop trying to enter in Edomites, which the so-called white man, into our inheritance and trying to cut us off from our own inheritance that was promised. Because, the Lord keeps his promises. He's not a covenant breaker. And you people out there who try to give away the promise of Yasharallah to outsiders, most definitely these Edomites, because you so-called Negroes most definitely can't make a move without making sure Esau feel okay about it. And he has no place of inheritance, man. That's let's see, that's what, Romans 9. And quite frankly, I wasn't even really going there, but we can't go there anyway. So what is this? Romans 9 and 13. As it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. What shall we say then? Is there unrighteousness with the Most High? Most High forbid. For he saith to Moses, I will have mercy upon whom I will have mercy, and I will have compassion on whom I will have compassion. So there it is. We're not finna sit up here and go tit for tat. The Lord said who he's going to have mercy on. And he hates Esau. So if you want to keep trying to put him in our mix, man, you are cursing yourself. And basically the people who lead you through, like the saying the Lord's Prayer in public, the specific lineup where that whole passage starts is basically telling you not to do that. And telling you that prayer that you're supposed to be doing is supposed to be done in secret, in that closet, only seeking the Most High's attention. No one else. Not saying it in a group with repetition. Let's see. And this is Psalms 33 and 10. The Most High bringeth the counsel of the heathen to naught. He maketh the devices of the people of none effect. But see, most of you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, especially you Negroes, can only follow after the devices of the wicked. So when you pray that the Lord give you a new job, or the Lord bless you some kind of way to be successful, to set something up in this society. But you ignore the fact that you want the Lord's kingdom on earth. Well, you don't, because you don't want the Lord's kingdom on earth. You want your Lord's kingdom, whom you worship and serve right now, which is the God called Esau. Which I just read. I'll read it again. Psalms 33 and 10. The Most High bringeth the counsel of the heathen to naught. He maketh the devices of the people of none effect. So, I mean, if you have your mind set that, I'm going to do this in the future, and we're going to be here in this system, yo, man, that is somebody, especially in Nate, talking about what they're going to do, and that tells you that this person has plans on upholding the society. Period. The counsel of the Lord standeth forever, the thoughts of his heart to all generations. So basically, you're going to see one done away with and one exalted, man. Blessed is the nation whose power is the Lord. Well, that's Yasharallah, the princes of the power of that nation. That nation, not a group of people, not spiritual nothings, but blessed is the nation. So whose seed? father, son, sons, and so on. Because that's where the seed is if you go through the Bible. So again, even if you get into that whole seed word, nowhere in the Bible that I can recall you talking about seed as anything other than having children or being fruitful in your in the spreading of the word. Excuse me. So again, blessed is the nation whose power is the Lord, and the people whom he hath chosen for his inheritance. That's a cold cut right there, man. So the people who he hasn't chosen. So again, for everybody who comes before the throne saying, Our Father who art in heaven, this is only given to those people who have the ability to commit sin. And that's the people who got the word in the first place, who were given the law, and who were told what would happen if they did not keep the law. And that is the Israelites, because they made a pact with the Most High. Those are the people who did that, not everybody else, man. You know, so to give away, years of basically going through the fire and that just to say the people that don't need no rescue now when the time of trouble comes for them, let's be forgiving and rescue them. Hell no, that makes no sense. That's crazy. And the devil taught you to speak that way. Let's go here. This is Deuteronomy chapter 28. I started verse 66, man, because this goes right now, and you guys are so blind, dumb, and stupid that you can't even figure out you in this dire cause and in a dire situation right now. But I'll start at 66. And thy life shall hang in doubt before thee, and thou shalt fear day and night, and shalt have none assurance of thy life. See, so for me, like, I stay in an apartment. I know a lot of brothers have to, they ain't staying in homes that are bought and paid for. The land you got, man, you got bread in the bank to pay your taxes until the cows come home. Nah, we don't have that assurance, man. Shoot, I know some of us may not even have the assurance on how we gonna pay next month's rent. Then verse 67. In the morning thou shalt say, would the Most High? Oh, okay. Would God it were even, and at even thou shalt say, would God it were morning? So basically, I'm taking it from this that this is basically saying you're going to have a problem here, you're going to wish for relief here. You're going to go from that problem to another problem, wish for relief off of that. So, I mean, it's never going to be, man, you're going from problem to problem, man, trial to trial. Let's see. For the fear of thine heart wherewith thou shalt fear, and for the sight of thine eyes which thou shalt see. So basically, their carnal eyes. This is what I see. Woe is me, I'm distressed. But you can see also the spiritual matters that are in front of your face too, if you really tune in, and what you should be earnestly seeking to be. Let's see. And and the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships by the way whereof I spake unto thee. Thou shalt see it no more again, and there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you. And we've been here ever since. That's you coming to America, black folk. Believe it or not. That is you. I know that, you said, well, hey, that's not what they taught me. Well, of course, because that's funny. As I'm flipping through, they of Esau, man, and if you know the story of Cain and Abel, Cain and Abel had a righteous sacrifice, and Cain had the slacked, profane sacrifice that wasn't even what the Lord wanted. So therefore the Lord turned him away, man, and rejected that dude. So and just even to kind of even double up on that, here's 1 Samuel 15 and 22. And Samuel said, hath the Lord as great delight in burnt offerings and sacrifices as in obeying the voice of the Lord? Behold, to obey is better than sacrifice, and to hearken than the fat of rams. For rebellion is a sin of witchcraft, and stubbornness is as iniquity and idolatry. Because thou hast rejected the word of the Lord, he has also rejected thee from being king. Now, if that applies to Saul then how does that not apply to Yahweh's people? If you call it so-called Christian today, how does that not apply to you? Now they say God is love. Well, if God is love, then love is the law. So then now you must strive to keep the law through faith and you know, pray and praise while praying for mercy in silent in your private time, man. That's where that's supposed to be. Because if you're praying really without ceasing, you should even understand, man, that this isn't something that everybody can be a part of. It's just not that, man. And the Lord, you know, man, he calls some of them other nations, man, ravenous beasts, man, because that's all they do is come to seek and devour and destroy you, Israelites, man. You know, there's people out there trying to get rid of us, man. You know, that's what they think of you, man. They spend a lot of money investing into that system to try to do away with the Lord's people. That's the ultimate end all agenda here. And now sitting in this again, I'll go back into, man, where we sitting in these last days, man. Man, it's you have a major situation going on right now, and it's funny. They just kind of tested out a little famine of the word with YouTube over there in was it Turkey? I think it's back on now, but they had banned it for a while. So basically, if you only getting the truth through like outlets through YouTube or whatnot, man, they could cause a famine of the word to come just like that. Then what are you gonna do? You had the opportunity to hear these brothers. Did you take heed? Did you write down the points that they were making? Did you get into did you get into even trying to prove them? Because even when the Most High led the children of Israel out of Egypt, he had them out there for 40 days just to prove himself to them. Now, that ain't nothing he had to do, but that's something he chose to do because he chose Israel for his inheritance. So Israel, the children of Israel, were given the law, and then later on, they're given a Savior, because under us a child is born. All of these things have specific words of ownership. And then in Matthew, he's sent here to save his people. Roughly paraphrased, to deliver his people from their sins, which, again, sins is transgression of the law, with the law being only given to Israel. Matter of fact, let's just see. We see what David said. Psalms 147 and 19. He showeth his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel. He have not dealt so with any nation. As for his judgments, they have not known them. Praise ye the Lord. So, that's David, son of Solomon. I'm pretty sure. And patriarch of Yahushua. I think that would make some, that should start to ring some bells, man. But now in this time, in that day and age, man, everybody talk about positive, like positive and negative being, you want to hear nice, soothing words. But, we shake the fist and spare not. And not to mention, you got to follow the Lamb whithersoever he goeth. Now, everybody may not end up on the street teaching and preaching. But the one thing you can do is start doing videos, If you guys got jobs and got a little bit of increase, man, you need to be breaking that off to the elders, man, and paying your tithes. Because I mean, I've played in churches, my whole life, being a musician and all, and I see how much money niggas can pay for some bullshit. So this is a righteous thing here. Also, again, like people say, oh, he cussing. Profanity just means outside the temple, and as far as what you know to be cuss words now today weren't even referred to in the Bible at all as anything. So, you know, if this offends you, then this isn't for you. Because again, I'm only speaking to the elect of Israel, and not saying that like the elect is the men, but there may be some women that are trying to follow a righteous path, so they may be listening to me as well. And all I can say is this is a thing of ours, man. This is the whole Bible is a collection of books about our family's history, man, and they tried to decimate this thing throughout history. They repainted all the images, so you can't really even dig and go back and say, oh, well, let me see this. But even still, at that, you can. Because the elders have pulled out books of the icons. You can go online and research things like the Byzantine Empire, the Moors. You can get a good timeline and time frame of all the things that were happening back in that day, roughly. I mean, you won't be able to really like connect yourself to anything. But you will still get a good idea of where our people came from and who we are. Because we are a nation. To be a nation means you come from a seed of a man. So that seed has to be a man. We didn't come from a monkey. We didn't appear nowhere out of thin air. We came from a man, and all of them families on earth are mentioned in the beginning of the Bible. So yes, we have to be one of those families. And considering where we are, we only apply to one group of people in that book. So, with that being said, I think I pretty much, I didn't even get to everything I wanted to go to. Actually, I think I will read something real quick. Because it's a trip. How and I've been hearing again. I hear you want to speak positive. There is no life without truth. So, your conscience has to bear you witness. Just as in what Paul was talking about. Let's see where I'm at here. Okay. Yeah, actually, this is where I wanted to go right here. This is Hebrews 3:7. Wherefore, as the Holy Spirit saith, today if ye will hear his voice, harden not your hearts, as in the day of provocation, in the day of temptation in the wilderness, when your fathers tempted me, proved me, and saw my works 40 years. Wherefore I was grieved with that generation, and said, they do always err in their heart, and they have not known my ways. So I swear in my wrath, they shall not enter into my rest. Take heed, brethren, lest there be in any of you an evil heart of unbelief in departing from the living power. So again, and right now I think that there's probably evidence of that going on right now, but we just came through a Passover. And this being the season of judgment, man, I'm pretty sure that, I'm not surprised that, that there was some things that had to come out. And again, let me go back. I guess this is just the spirit. This is James chapter 2, verse. I'll start at verse 7. Do not they blaspheme that worthy name by the which ye are called? Yahweh! Yahweh! Like Yahweh does, them people, we called that, right? We know somebody that blasphemed that name very proudly. Got the nice lined up Canaanite line up on the pier and everything. If ye fulfill the royal law according to the scripture, that means you's going to be part of this last troop that the Lord sends here. But you was going to be thoroughly part of the house of David. Not no HODC or whatever that is. Not that I'm dissing you guys, but that's not what I'm talking about. Excuse me. Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. Ye do well. Let me tell you, man, I love the Akim that I see out here doing this work in truth, faith, and sincerity. Why? Because I know that these brothers, man, could be doing something else. You know, and as much as you hear it out there where people out in the street killing, shooting, killing each other, blah, blah, blah. Nobody wants to say nothing about these young black men, Latinos, and Native Americans out here preaching the word, screaming at the top of their lungs, telling the white man that he's going into slavery and that the system is going down, this world's about to be destroyed by thermonuclear fire, and that 2/3 of our people are going to get wiped away, which I just read. They will not enter into his rest. That is 66.6 people, which is the number of man. You want to know who the Antichrist is? Is one who had the possibility of being kinsman to him. You're an Antichrist. Nate, Satan, Johanna, that's the Antichrist. So while you got it in your mouth, you should have looked in your heart. But if ye have respect to persons, ye commit sin, HODC, and are convinced of the law by transgressors. That applies to Nate. For whosoever shall keep the whole law and yet offend in one point, he is guilty of all. So again, you know, I'm not going to get heavy into that whole spiel. But, I mean, you know what time it is. And I guess I ended on this one right here just for everything that's kind of been out there in the spirit, man. Chapter 4, James. Ye adulterers and adulteresses, know ye not that friendship of the world is enmity with the Most High? Whosoever therefore will be a friend of the world is an enemy of the Most High. Do ye think that the scripture saith in vain? The spirit that dwelleth in lust, in us, lusteth to envy. But he giveth more grace, but he giveth more grace, wherefore he saith, God resisteth the proud, but giveth grace unto the humble. Submit yourselves, therefore, unto Most High. Resist the devil, and he will flee from you. And right now, you basically getting the dust kicked off of cat's boots, because the spirit's coming in with that spiritual broom and sweeping that porch off, man. And it's literally happening before our faces at that. Like, you can't even keep up with all the prophecies that are happening. The Lord is like, man, he has sped up the clock extremely fast. So you can't even keep aware from all the prophecies, man. So you best to have your oils, man, your lamps trimmed, man. Keep that lantern going, man. And stay vigilant. Stay mindful of yourself. Stay in self-examination, man. And petition and supplication, man, and through spirit and through, you know, your deeds. So with that, you know, I'll say again, Barakatah Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the elders of GMS that lead and rule extremely well, and tremendous tenders of the ark. And to all the elect brothers and you sisters out there that are listening, you know, peace, blessings to y'all, and mostly definitely stay focused, stay spiritual, and definitely